Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Have you ever noticed the way your grandchildren, which are what we think are Generation Z, talks? Well, we're going to get to you with that in just a minute, but I wanted to kind of explain our lack of a podcast for the last couple of weeks. I have had a terrible case of the man flu. Anybody who knows about the man flu knows that there's only one step below that, and that's a grave.
Be serious. Yes, it is.
Yeah, but I've been in the ICU unit up here on the second floor of my house for a couple of weeks. Had to go to the doctor and get something so I could sleep with cough medicine. And I think I've turned the corner, and I believe I'm going to live.
You don't know this, David, but I called your wife and asked her if I should come. I was ready to book a flight for the next day, but she told me to hang on for a day or two just to make sure. She didn't want me to get here too early.
Yeah. I could have been going a lot further down, but I rallied.
Yeah.
Came back. Anyway,
That's right.
getting back to Generation Z, everything they do is rated. Everything gets labeled. Everything somehow is either fire or meh. So today we're going to do something special for you. We're going to give you a special service. We're explaining retirement using Gen Z language. Not to impress Gen Z. They're already impressed with themselves. So that ship has sailed. So what we want to do is try to understand what Gen Z kids might say to each other when we're out of the room. So Don, why don't you start with how they think retirement is?
Okay. Well, they kind of call it quitting the grind. That part is about right. They think we wake up late, travel all the time, drink coffee, and stare out the window and contemplate the world as we see it these days. Sometimes that happens, but they don't realize that we wake up early still. We just don't know why. And you know what Gen Z calls that? They call that unhinged behavior.
I suppose that's fair. Okay, let's see what they say about our daily schedule. The Gen Z asks, what do you do all day? Retirement answer? Coffee? Sit? Think? Forget what we were thinking about? Have lunch? Sit again? Gen Z translation is no schedule, no boss, high key free. Then they pause and say, I could never. 2 seconds later, actually, I want that. That's Gen Z for I'm jealous, but pretending I'm not.
That's right. And let's talk about clothes. They see our outfits and they go, that fit is mid or meh. I think that means unimpressive. I don't think they're really impressed. But the truth is, when they turn around, next thing you know, they turn around, they sit in our chairs, they put on our socks, they try on our elastic waistband pants. Then they say, wait, this is kind of bussin'. Then they start to get it. Styles fade and comfort wins. That's what being retired is all about.
And learning. And when we talk about the energy levels of people our age, Gen Z notices something else. We're tired. But we didn't do anything. They say, why are you so exhausted? You didn't go anywhere. Excellent question. We don't know. Our knees held a meeting last night without telling us. Our back made decisions without telling us about that. And our brain opened 47 tabs and left them all running. Gen Z calls that low battery mode.
Low battery mode.
We call it Tuesday.
Or Thursday. Or Monday.
Or Wednesday.
Yeah, this is where I think they get confused, David. They see us sitting quietly, no scrolling, no rush, no reaction to anything. They might even ask, what you doing? And we say, nothing. And they look at us and they say, literally nothing? After they think about it a little while, they actually come around and they say, hey, that's low key peaceful. Doing nothing's not lazy, it's advanced peace.
Yeah, and Gen Z kids are they talk about nothing but money constantly. Side hustles, trends, upgrades. They ask you, "Why don't you buy the newest thing?" And we say, "Because we already have one that works." And they say that's kind of based. What that means is we stopped chasing things and accidentally found peace.
Yep. Well, here's the final score on Z rating, or Z rating for retirement. After observing us all this time, they say it's not fire, but it's kind of goals. Final score they give us is 7.9 out of 10. We get points deducted for early bedtimes, loud jokes, or loud joint, not loud jokes, dad jokes, I guess. Early bedtime, loud joints, and saying, back in my day, but we do get bonus points for no stress, no rush, and no pretending. And I thought I'd throw this in. My favorite Bible verse is Proverbs chapter 3, verses 5 and 6.
Is this
It says,
Generation C?
trust in the Lord with all your heart and don't rely on your own understanding. On all your ways, know him, and he will make your path straight. Gen Z's translation is divine Google Maps never reroutes wrong. Let me do that again. Divine Google Maps never reroutes wrong. That makes sense?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah, a little bit.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, before we go, why don't we go through our dad jokes and our extremely what's the name? What's the word I'm looking for?
Inspirational quotes.
Inspirational quote for the day and our ever ready words of wisdom. Then we'll see about getting on out of here. Go ahead, Don, with your dad joke.
Okay, my dad joke is if there's one thing I can't deal with, that's a deck of cards that's been glued together.
I can understand that. Never tried it before, but I don't imagine it'd work. Well, mine is a friend of mine says, I saw your dog chasing a man on a bike the other day. And I just told him, my dog doesn't even have a bike.
Right.
That's right. Yeah. Well, how about your
inspirational
inspirational
quote?
quote? Yeah.
Okay. It's about retirement. Life begins at retirement. Finally, time to do what makes your soul smile.
There you go.
There you go.
And
That's
the
it.
most important word you'll hear today
Is goodbye.
is don't kick a skunk, even if he deserves it.
That's right. Wise words.
So we get back, if Gen Z ever calls retirement meh, just smile. Because deep down, they're just counting the days, just like you
That's
did.
right. They're
And
jealous.
if you enjoy, what's that?
They're jealous.
Yes, they are. If you enjoyed this, hit like and subscribe, and tell us in the comments if there's a Gen Z word that that we need to translate for you. Just let us know, because we are we're about experts now, and we'll do a deep dive into the internets, and we'll come up with the answer if you'll just give us the words.
That's right.
So in the meantime,
treat yourself better today.
Stay comfortable, stay curious, and keep surviving retirement one man at a time.
That's right.
See you next time.
Bye.